Welcome. In front of me I have the Honor Magic6 Pro, and today I'll go over unboxing along with a quick look at the device itself. So I just pop it straight open. Not sure if these are original seals by the look of it. Guess we'll find out in a second. Now, from the packaging size, you can probably see that there won't be any kind of charger in the box. So to that, we have the phone itself. That is a chunky device, not gonna lie. Unfortunately, there is no case, which is also disappointing. We have a Type-C to Type-C charging cable for this. Strap that back in, and yeah, that's about it. So, here's our device. Now, we can start off with the display itself, or actually better off, let's start off with the price, because this is an Honor device, aka basically Huawei. No matter how much whatever scheming they're trying to do, you can look at both of these devices, Huawei and Honor, and see that they look exactly the same OS, how it functions. Just one is running Android, the other one isn't because it's not allowed. But all in all, it seems like it's still the same company. They're just trying to get around the ban. Now keep in mind, this is just purely speculative. I could be absolutely wrong, but let's be honest, we can just look at the devices and just the design speaks for itself. Now, with that being said, this device is relatively pricey. Specifically, that is a Chinese device. It costs over $1,100. That is a bit much for an Honor device, which previously was supposedly like the like an off-brand of Huawei that was, I think, a little bit cheaper or whatever. But yeah, the price right now is just starting to get a little bit high, in my opinion, for the origin of this device being straight from China. In any case, with that being said, the device is relatively nicely spec'd. So, display right here is an LTPO OLED display, 1 billion colors, 120 Hz refresh rate, HDR without the certification, so just HDR, not HDR10+. It has a peak brightness of a whopping 5,000 nits. Jesus. It also boasts a 91% screen to body ratio with pixel density of 453 pixels per inch, with a resolution of 1280 by 2800, with a disgusting little not really hole punch camera, it's more like a hole punch visor. So yeah, it's still there. Other devices managed to hide it or make it smaller, but Huawei just continuously gives you dual camera as a selfie, I guess, and makes it look absolutely atrocious. And they also have, I think, dynamic island, which yeah. In any case, let's flip it over to something that supposedly is the start of the show, which are the cameras. The main sensor is a 50 megapixel f1.42 f2.0 23mm wide lens, laser, autofocus, PDAF, and optical image stabilization. Then we have the 180 megapixel f2.6 periscope telephoto lens. Jesus, that is an absolute overkill. With PDAF, optical image stabilization, 2.5 times optical zoom, and then 50 megapixel f2.0 13mm 122 degree field of view ultra wide lens. And with those cameras you can record videos at 4K 30 or 60 and 1080p 3060, slow motion 120 240, and so on. And then at the front we have a 50 megapixel f2.0 22mm wide lens and a time of flight 3D basically depth/biometrics sensor. And with the front ones you can record selfies at 4K 30 frames 1080p 3060. Now, continuing on into the internals, which is where I would argue bulk of the price comes from, we have a 5600 mAh battery, Snapdragon 8 Gen 3, so the newest one, 80 watt charging, along with 66 watts wireless charging, so that is actually a pretty decent charging speeds right here. We have 5 watts reverse wireless charging for this device. And in terms of storage and RAM, the base model comes with 256 gigs of storage with 12 gigs of RAM, and goes all the way up to 1 terabyte and 16 gigs of storage, with all options coming with UFS 4.0 storage, so actually not the best one. Which is a bit of a middle finger from a Chinese company that is selling their devices at over $1,100. In any case, continuing on I do want to point out the release date of this device. So it was released in January 11th of 2024. So it's basically a brand new device, and almost everything outside of the storage type is spec'd out as much as it can be. Last thing, the device is running Android 14 with macOS 8 over it as a skin. And that's about it. So that sums up the device. It just feels like a Honor device, whatever that's supposed to actually mean. It has a massive camera bump, as you can see, with a triple camera setup that is just, in certain cases, I would say overkill. The 180 megapixel periscope telephoto just kind of seems like a overkill. Guess you can get really close into something. But all in all, I find a device from China at $1,100 to be a bit overpriced when all it's trying to do is be good at photos. And with that being said, there are other devices, for instance, like Nubia Z60 Ultra, which also tries to be great at photos, and that device costs literally half of this. Asking me the question, why would I go for this when it's overpriced and has some shady kind of things happening probably in the background, considering it was, and possibly still is, part of Huawei. So anyway, I'm gonna leave it at that. Obviously the choice is yours. If you like a device like that, maybe you're into Honors. In any case, if you found this very helpful, don't forget to smash like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.